All week I've been driving this 2021 Nissan GTR Premium. And in this video, I'd like to talk about what that's been like. We have Blizzak LM25 winter tires. We've gotten some good snow driving in this car over the last week. So if you haven't seen that video already, check it out. But I've actually really enjoyed driving this car for how old this thing is. I mean, when it came out, I was just getting out of high school and starting college. It's practical enough to use, I think, on a daily basis for most people. You've got this titanium blue exhaust, nice alloy wheels, premium paint. The premium paint on this GTR looks fantastic. The GTR is still in the game. I think there's nothing wrong with this car in this day and age. Yes, there are some more competitive options. Yes, there are faster cars out there, the more modern vehicles. But this thing is still enjoyable, and I think it still stirs the soul. We've got a 6-speed dual clutch transmission. It's sequentially operated, so you can't really skip gears on downshifts, but it still does a very good job. It's an awesome performer. It's a little bit raw, a little bit more visceral than all the other dual clutches out now that are becoming a little bit overly refined, I think. And this still gives it a slightly old school feel. GTR makes 565 horsepower, 467 pound-feet of torque from a twin-turbo 3.8-liter V6. There it is in all of its glory. Let's take this thing for a drive. Look at the NACA ducts on the hood, pushing air down into the engine bay for some extra cooling. They did a refresh on this GTR a few years ago, updated it, refined it, made some improvements all throughout. And I will say that's the first thing I've noticed about this car, is that it is so much more refined than it used to be. On the inside, we have a pretty simple layout. Of course, there is the adjustable steering wheel. Just like before, you can adjust it up and down, moves with the gauges. Lots of adjustability to get the perfect driving position here. And there's one thing that Nissan really does get right, is just the usability and the ergonomics of this car. I have pretty good visibility. You have semi-usable back seats, if anything, just for a nice parcel shelf. We'll test this Bose audio system too. Buttons and knobs for everything. We get Apple CarPlay. I mean, that's pretty much all you need these days. Even comes with a reverse camera. A little bit of storage down here. Place to plug in your phone in there. I mean, not the best materials for a $112,000, $115,000 GTR, but you know, I think the performance really makes up for it. This car has been so much fun to drive this week. The all-wheel drive system is just perfection. Yeah, this thing can still hang with the big boys. Before we get started with today's video, I would like to thank our sponsor, Fantom Wallet. I've been using these wallets as my personal wallet for about the last 8 months, and I've actually really enjoyed them. They've supplied me with a few accessories to test out. This one is the coin holder. So if you carry a lot of change, or you just need a place like me to put your SD card, your what have you, you can just slip it in there, pull it out whenever you forget it in your GoPro, and you're all set. I have really enjoyed these wallets because of how thin and slim and minimal they are. I really like this carbon fiber finish. They have a bunch of different options that you can customize and use for your own. There are money clips, money attachments, key attachments, all sorts of different options for your Fantom R wallet. Check them out. If you decide to buy something from their site, be sure to use my discount code TOPHER15 for 15% off at checkout. All right, guys, let's take this thing for a drive and see what it's like on the road. As you start up the vehicle in every drive mode set to normal suspension, traction control, transmission, engine, this car actually feels pretty good. The brake pedal goes a little bit deep but has a good feel. The power here is absolutely fantastic, and the transmission actually does a pretty good job holding gears and letting you kind of get the most out of the power. If you're on a back road, you're really hustling this thing, you're going to want to put it into manual mode and a race mode. Actually, you know what? Let's do that right now. I think you guys get a pretty good idea. Yes, the GTR can be comfortable, which is very nice in a vehicle like this, because I think this would make a pretty fun daily driver, if I'm being honest. GTR mode, you get a little pop from the exhaust. Very satisfying. This 6-speed DCT is a lot of fun to hustle. It's pretty responsive, especially in R mode. Gets a little bit sluggish in normal mode, but it's a good time. That's the thing I like about this car. When it first came out, people were like, it's too digital, it's not analog enough. You don't have a lot of control over everything. You feel like the car's doing all the work for you. Well, in today's landscape of sports cars and supercars, this actually feels quite analog and involving. You have to shift the paddles yourself. When you engage launch control, you do it in manual mode, not in automatic mode. You have to shift through that 1-2 on your own, and it comes up pretty quick. We'll do a launch control here a little bit later, show you guys what I mean, but yeah. And I think the big important thing about this car is that it's still fun to drive. This thing is an absolute riot. It's comfortable and livable on a daily basis, but when you hustle it, it provides that thrill, it provides that just amazing level of power and performance. There's an incredible differentiation between suspension and drive modes. The steering's a little bit light for my taste. That would be my only complaint about this car if I had one. But everything else about it is pretty enjoyable and pretty good if you compare it to everything else that's all-wheel drive. Yeah, you've got the 911, but those are getting into astronomical price categories. Even though this is kissing 120 grand, I think for what you're getting, it's a pretty good deal. Getting on the highway here, we've got quite a bit of noise from these winter tires. Normally something you probably wouldn't experience as much on a set of performance summers. There's a little bit of exhaust drone, but it's not too bad. All things considered, for the capability of this, I think you'd be perfectly okay driving this every day or even on a long road trip. These seats are very comfortable. We have a decent Bose sound system. And actually, while we're just cruising here, let's go ahead and listen to that Bose sound system. Bose in this actually isn't too bad. Just not quite as good as the soundtrack from this 3.8 liter twin turbo V6. I think this still sounds pretty proper. It still hits so hard. The boost builds beautifully. I mentioned earlier that this is a sequential dual clutch. So if you put your foot down in 6th gear on the highway, it's going to go from 6th to 5th to 4th. It won't go from 6th to 4th, which, you know, it's fine. It's fast enough, doesn't really matter. Comfort mode, super soft, really well damped. I love that you can just quickly turn off electronic stability control. We did some awesome snow drifts in this thing this week. It was just a blast sliding this around in the winter. This all-wheel drive system, I think, is just, it's kind of unparalleled in this segment. Haven't driven a new 911 Turbo. I'm sure that would be very nice as well, or even a Carrera 4S. But I don't know, there is a real magic to the way this all-wheel drive system acts, especially in the snow in the winter. It's very controllable. The GTR used to be a little bit of a handful, and now that's no longer the case. This is a very easy car to drive fast. It doesn't catch you out, and of course on winter tires we have a little bit lower levels of grip, but it is super nice to drive, especially in the snow. It can send as much as 100% of its power to the rear wheels, which is very cool, and then as you get through that slide, it'll kind of progressively send more power to the front and pull you out of it. You can just do these one-finger drifts that are just beautiful. I love it. We get a clear entrance ramp here, put everything in R mode, see how it does. Handling in this is phenomenal, and I'm sure with a set of summer tires, a lot of that understeer would be dialed out. Whenever you add grip, it kind of neutralizes the chassis a bit more. Really, my only complaint with this GTR from a drivability standpoint and a driving dynamic standpoint is that the steering is just a little bit light. It feels slightly disconnected, and you know, pretty typical in any vehicle in the last 10 years. But in this GTR, it's almost a little bit too light, especially in race mode. Let's sneak a launch control in here and see how it does. That'll never get old. It'll get old when the drivetrain can't handle it anymore, but until then, it'll never get old. That is just one of the best experiences. You do need to utilize some self-control when doing launch control, but for the most part, that's pretty impressive. I like all the wheel spin you get on winter tires. Alright guys, well that'll kind of sum things up with the GTR. I really have enjoyed driving this thing this week. It's just so cool to get back into one of these and spend some extended miles in one. You know, not a car without faults, of course. Yes, it's been around since I was almost in high school. But you know what? It still pleases and still thrills, and I don't know, this wouldn't be a bad car for 100 grand or so. I've really enjoyed it this week, and I think any other car enthusiast and nut would too. This is kind of just a box to check off of the automotive experience, and there's a reason why it's called Godzilla. It's still a bit of a legend, and the fact that you can still get one of these and that they've refined it as much as they have, I think it's a good thing. It's all good things here. So anyway guys, that's gonna sum it up for this video. stay tuned on the Windy Road Magazine YouTube channel and on the Daily Motor YouTube channel. We've done some fun things in this car this week. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again to Fantom Wallet for their support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. This was a treat for me. And yeah, always fun to get into a sports car like this in the wintertime. Props to Nissan for doing this, and all the other manufacturers who've been loaning out fun vehicles with winter tires. That's kind of the way to do it.